Growing up, whenever my parents would have an argument, my Italian mom would always win by saying the exact same sentence. If you no do this, I'm gonna cut off your zucchini. Hang on. I'm talking about an actual zucchini. You see, my dad was an avid gardener. Potatoes, peas, beans, you name it. But the one vegetable that we were never allowed to consume was the zucchini. And the reason why is because he was growing it for a different purpose. He was growing it to enter it into the Guinness Book of World Records in the category of the longest courgette. Fancy way of saying zucchini. I know, that was his passion. And you know what? Year after year, I enjoyed watching it. So what would happen is at the end of the summer, he would chop up the zucchini. He would take the seeds out, wash them, put them in a box with a red lid and store it in the shed. Then he would take those pieces and put it in the composter and reuse that soil every year and replant those seeds. Then came the year where finally we had entered it into the Guinness Book of World Records because we had seen it go from 2 feet to 4 feet to 6 feet to 8 feet. Now think about that. That's taller than most doors. That's taller than the ceiling above my head. Yeah. But that same year that we entered it into the contest, somebody else in the world had one that was 2 inches longer. But my dad said, that's okay. We're still determined. We're still going to water it with love and kindness, and we're going to try again next year. So that was 2020. At the beginning of the spring, we were getting the garden ready. And then my dad got sick. Very sick. He went into the hospital in intensive care, on a ventilator, in a coma. We weren't allowed to visit him because of the virus. I asked the nurse to put the phone to his ear, and I begged him to come home. I said, Daddy, we have to plant those seeds. Your grandkids need you. I need you. And on April 17th, 2020, my dad passed from COVID-19. To help with the grieving process, I took those seeds out of the shed and I put them in my own garden. And by the end of the summer, they didn't even sprout past the dirt. And I realized something. That was my dad's dream, not mine. I started to realize that there were times in my life that I was actually living someone else's journey. I needed to find out what I was good at. And I did. I took pride in helping people that have multiple sclerosis. That was not really something that my dad could be good at because he never had MS, but I do. And I was never really good at gardening because it was not my passion. What's your passion? Do you ever look at someone else's likes on social media or follow a celebrity or maybe try to emulate someone that you like? Where we need to invest our energy is to harvest our own seeds. That's what I learned. Well, after my dad passed, my final lesson was that we are all planted in our own unique soil. We need to plant and harvest our own seeds to create what we want and water it with love, determination, and kindness.